Good morning, YouTubians. Welcome back to my channel. It is a cloudy day today. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm filming a little bit early today. I like to spend mornings in the greenhouse. It's just something about it that's nice and relaxing. I get to enjoy my coffee out here and really just, soak it up as the weather warms the greenhouse. Whether it be cloudy or sunny, it usually always warms up in here quite nicely. Today I wanted to go over a few little projects with you that I had started in the past. Some of you came along for these projects, others I just sort of did without you, but I wanted to show you a bunch of fun things that you and your family can grow together for free. Watch them grow, watch them develop, and I'll show you how mine are doing. By the time you're done growing all these, you'll have a nice tropical fruit salad anyways. So this one in my hand here, I wanted to show you, was my star fruit that I started growing. So, a lot of people are probably growing apples or oranges. I decided to grow star fruit. And yeah, very simple. Of course, you get to enjoy eating the star fruit. And then all I did was I soaked the seeds in water to remove the sort of jelly film. And they soaked in water for about 3 or 4 days, rinsing them every day with just fresh water. Once that film was gone, I dried them off and then sowed them in just a normal potting mix. And I sowed them just below the surface of the soil. I sowed about 10, and I think all 10 came up. I have since just picked the 3 nicest ones, and I don't look at this very often either, but that's what a star fruit plant looks like. So there's 3 trees in here. It's in a little pot. It really needs to get in a bigger pot. The soil is quite dry in here, but super fun project, and it's growing quite well. So it's going to, of course, be a tropical plant. You're going to want to grow it in a sunny window or in a greenhouse yourself. I'll put this guy down and show you what's next. Since we're right here, this is one of the first projects I did. Now this is my pineapple plant. I grow it up high in the sunny spot in the window there, or in the greenhouse. It's really warm up there, it's quite dry up there, and there's no shade cloth or anything like that, and it's just 6 inches below the actual roof. So it gets lots of bright light, even on a cloudy day. It's doing quite well. I have it in a square 1-gallon pot. I can see the odd root coming out at the bottom. Pineapples are one of those plants that if you forget about them, they can take a beating, that's for sure. If you water it, it loves you. If you don't water it, it'll wait for water and then love you when you water it. So it seems really good. The way I started this guy was, of course, I got to enjoy the pineapple. And then when I was done enjoying the pineapple, the top that I twisted off, I just peeled a few leaves back. You can actually even still see some of the original leaves down here. And anyways, all I did was I plunked that guy right in the soil and it started to root. So some people do put them in water first. I found, that's not necessarily the traditional way of starting them. If you go to a pineapple plantation, they're not going to be rooting them in water first. They're going to take the top and shove it in the ground and it's going to root. So that's what I did. And I did notice this is the second attempt. The first one rotted out in the center, so make sure you keep the center very, very dry. But anyways, it's probably 2 years old now. It's doing quite well. I don't give it lots of love. I don't give it lots of fertilizer. It just sort of sits up there. But all in all, seems to be really happy. So what's next? Can you see this guy? Not really. Although it's cloudy, it's really bright. It's like shining right on my face. I think the sun's starting to come out and the shade cloth isn't up. So we'll do this really quick. That way if it gets too bright, you'll still be able to see me. This one here is one that I was pretty excited about. These are guava trees. So I love guavas. They're probably my favorite tropical fruit. I love the smell of them. I love everything about guavas. They're great. So when I had the opportunity to try to grow some seeds, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it and see what happens. Guavas, if you've ever eaten a guava, is full of seeds. So one guava fruit produced literally hundreds of seeds for me. And I took a couple dozen of them. And I did the same water method as for the star fruit. I just soaked them in water. They were in water for about 4 days before I planted them. I planted them in this pot. And then I had, again, a good germination rate. They were easy to germinate. I kept the soil just moist, and it's just a regular old potting soil as well. After I sowed it, I put a piece of plastic or saran wrap on the top of it to keep the humidity in. And within a few weeks, I had little tiny guavas sprouting out everywhere. So from there, I just took a few of the bigger, healthier ones and just kept them. So we got one main one here. It's growing all kinds of branches off the sides that actually seem to be growing bigger and stronger than the main stalk. So I guess that's a good sign. Now guavas, again, like a starfruit, they're a tropical tree, so you definitely want to keep it in the house for the winter anyways. If it's in a pot, you could probably put it outside for the summertime. Guavas do get quite large. I don't know how big they're going to be before they fruit, but that's half the fun of these projects, right? It's just something you can do as a family together. So that is my guava trees, and they are doing really, really well. What else do I have? Yes. This guy here. Now he had an accident the other day. This is an avocado. And unfortunately it was really hot and I left the greenhouse door open and he sat in the sun and he cooked the tip of his leaves there. All his new tender leaves that were just coming out got a little bit fried. I don't think that's going to be too detrimental to the plant itself, but either way, it's doing quite well. It's got a good leaf span on it. It's a couple feet across now. And I started this just from an avocado stone. This one I did do the water method with. Did I? No, I didn't. Tracy did the water method with hers. Hers isn't in the greenhouse. Hers is outside right now. This one, again, I just put directly in the ground. I didn't bother doing that toothpick thing where you float them in water first. So make sure with an avocado, you know what side is up. There is a round side and a pointy side, and you got to make sure the right one is up. And it's been a while since I did it. I would have to check just to be sure, but I think it's the round side is up and the pointy side is down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you plant it upside down, it's not going to grow. So, and that goes for if you're doing the water method with it as well. If you've had poor success, maybe this stone itself, the seed is upside down for you. But I just planted it in a normal mix. I kept it really moist and threw it in the greenhouse here. And this is it a year later. Yeah, a year and a half later. Probably started it, not the winter that passed, but the winter before that. So anyways, it had all last summer to be a guava or be a avocado, and now it's got this summer too. So it's going on to its second summer. But again, a fun little free project. You know, you're going to be throwing out the stone anyways, so why not grow it? This one here is not something that's totally edible, but I thought I would do an update on these guys anyways. These are the palm tree seeds that we planted, and they have done quite well. I think I probably got at least a 90% germination rate on them. Oh, there's like spider webs in these guys. They sit on the floor. But palm trees are going to be slow growers. I see some of them are actually starting to get their second leaf there, so that's good. Yeah, these are, I think the Latin name is Tracheae fortunis, something like that. They're the windmill palms anyways. They're a local hardy palm that I just acquired the seeds from a plant outside. So they just look like they are ready to be planted. All I did for these guys, and there's a video on them. I'll try to put a link to it in the description below. There's probably videos for a few of these actually. But I just peeled the skin off the palm seed, soaked them in water again. I think that is key, soaking them in water for a few days. And then threw them just a 1/4 of an inch under the soil. They take a while to germinate because they actually germinate and grow a taproot first. That's why they're in a huge pot for such a little leaf. I think it's important to get that taproot well established, and then they grow up from there. So yeah, I see a couple actually have second leaves, so that's good. But that one is pretty cool too. I don't know what I'm going to do with a dozen palm trees in my yard, but whatever. Fun little projects, right? Stuff you can do for free. What else do we have? I think the last one I'm going to show you, I have to take you down from where you are. So hold on, because you're going to start moving. See if I can get you out of here. Oh my God, come on. All right, we're down on the ground here on the floor of the greenhouse. And this pot here is my passion vines. So I was in the grocery store and I found some passion fruit. And again, inside the fruit is like nothing but seeds. So the fruit is delicious. It smells so good. Anyways, I thought I would try my luck at some seeds, and the passion vines grew quite well. I did soak them first in water again, and I kept the best half a dozen seedlings. I think I got a germination rate of nearly 100% on these guys. They grew very easily, and they're growing very fast. They started with these kind of leaves here, but now they're actually growing up and through the wire. I'm going to have them vining through the front here. They're going to like it nice and sunny anyways. I'm just moving some plants with my free hand to try to get you. There's a cherry baby. I'm going to do an orchid update next, so if you're interested in orchids, make sure you check out the July orchid update. But look at this. Okay, so the leaves kind of they change shape. I don't know if you can see that, and they get these tendrils sort of on them that grip everything. So I'm gonna have to be careful they don't grip through the orchids. But the passion vines are gonna crawl up the front of the greenhouse and yeah, hopefully produce some flowers. I think I'll have to get them in a bigger pot soon, because looking at that now, that pot's gonna be way too small for them, and they look like they're starting to really grip onto the wires. So yeah, that is a passion vine as well. So let's head back up here. All right, so I'll put you back up, see if you'll fit back in there. So you may not be perfectly on there, but anyways, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'll show you this one just before we go. You get the grand tour of everything that you normally don't see in the greenhouse today. So I started these mimosa seeds as well. I just started them on my own. I don't think I did a video for them, but they're that sensitive plant, so they started growing quite easily as well. These guys all germinated within probably the first week. I did plant a lot of seeds, so I didn't have a great germination rate, but I didn't harvest these guys myself either, and I think that makes a difference. So if you look at this, you don't want to do this often, but I'm going to do it for you. See how the plant folds up? Oh, and that time the leaf just collapsed there. So anyways, it's a defense mechanism. And if you look really close on there, I don't know if you can see that, but there's actually like spines. They're going to be quite prickly, but it's doing quite well. And it was just a little fun project that I did with myself. I found the seeds on eBay. They were a couple bucks, so I thought, you know what, if it doesn't work, that's okay. And the whole point of this video today, I was going to plant some goji berries with you. I got some seeds, but you know, I thought, as fun as it is to watch me plant seeds in soil, apparently the goji berries, they grow just like tomatoes. So I'm just going to plant them like tomatoes, and I'm going to do an update when they actually sprout for you, so you have something to look at. The goji berry seeds are very tiny. They're kind of just a tan color, almost like a raspberry seed that you would see, or a blueberry seed. Very, very tiny. But I'm going to have a go with those as well and see what kind of goji berries I can get growing. They're zone 3 hardy, so they are good outside. So once I get them started in the greenhouse, I can plant some goji berries around the house. And that's going to be fun. Who knows what's going to happen with them. But I will definitely keep you updated. I hope you enjoyed these fun little projects. None of them cost me much other than the sensitive plant was a few dollars for the seeds. Everything else you can just do at home with the seeds from the fruits that you buy at the grocery store. I don't know what other projects you guys have. If you've done anything similar, why don't you let me know in the comments below if you've had any projects that you've done and had growing successfully that I haven't maybe thought of. I'm sure there's all kinds of tropical and exotic fruits out there that you guys can be growing in your house. I know citrus fruits smell amazing. I see the plants all the time in stores. I've been tempted to start those myself as well, but space is an issue, right? So, but anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think and what you guys are doing at home. And if you have any pictures of your plants, find me on my Facebook page, post the pictures so I can see what you guys are up to. Anyways, I hope you liked this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching.